Hello and welcome. My name is Ajaxpost and this is the December channel update. Now, as usual, before getting to the interesting stuff about the channel content itself, I'd like to take a moment to thank you, all of you, for your continued support and engagement with the stuff I've been uploading. And thanks to you, we hit actually two nice achievements in November. At the beginning of the month, we hit 225,000 views. You know, I mean, numbers get that big, they start losing all sense of wow. I can't even imagine that sort of number. It's impressive. Thank you so much. And then, as a very nice conclusion to the month of November, 25,000 watched hours. A quite phenomenal number. Again, these are just awesome. And I'd just like to thank you, each and every one of you, for taking the time to watch, to like, to comment, to subscribe, to engage with this little hobby of mine. But anyway, let's get on to the stuff of the channel itself, the playlist. And in November, I played a surprisingly large number of games. So I'm going to try and keep this short and sweet and just sort of highlight a couple of things about each of the games we've been playing and what's likely to happen. As you know, Plans and me, we have a very sort of on-off relationship. I put plans on, I then put plans off. But yeah, this is kind of where my head's at the moment as we head towards the end of this year of 2020, or even 2020, however you like to say it. Anyway, stop waffling, man. Transport Fever 2, the mainstay of the channel, like the key game, I think, of the channel. The one I like to think of as the heart, the beating heart of Ajaxpost Plays. And as you will have noticed, that now that I've connected more and more cities on the map, I don't think there's any city... I don't think there is any... There might be one. I've got this nagging doubt in the back of my mind that there are actually a couple of places down in the sort of southeast corner, the Wiltshire way, down Trowbridge, Warminster, down there. They're not connected yet either. Darn, I'm going to have to deal with those soon. Anyway, now that we've got more cities connected and we're delivering more freight, the growth in demand has gone up dramatically. I'm now having to spend more time thinking, how can I get all these people, how can I get all this freight delivered to where it wants it to go? The issue, of course, is that particularly with freight, if you stop delivering, if you stop meeting demands, then supply starts drying up. And I do not want that to happen because then I start losing money. But anyway, there's still plenty more to do in Transport Fever 2. So, yeah, that game is certainly not going anywhere soon. As for Sim Airport, another one of the highlights of the channel. I love playing Sim Airport. It's just such fun. Especially, again, a bit like Transport Fever 2, trying to do that little bit of research to make it, at least in some sense, vaguely realistic. Now, as I have actually been saying this, I think, for a couple of months now, this series will be coming to a close soon, and it certainly will. I think I've done it as much as I can, or I want to, particularly in sort of creating a Bristol airport-like environment. I'm not sure it will support that many more flights. We shall see, because the next episode will be the negotiations, the conclusion of the negotiations I started in the previous episode, and we'll get those done. And then I'm just going to wrap up the rest of the building work that I still want to do within the terminal area and the admin building. And I think that'll be it. We'll draw that game to a close. Computer Tycoon, the third series, as you may well have noticed, finished. I concluded that in November. I was planning to finish it anyway, as you may well know if you've listened to the previous updates. But then the developer... developers have a knack of timing releases and updates. And Andrzej Progorian delivered an update almost immediately after I finished my penultimate episode, which meant that I could either go into the brand new game, effectively what it was, there's lots of new features in the update, and start afresh, or attempt to rapidly close up this existing series. As you know, I opted for the latter choice. It made more sense, really, because there's a lot to do in the new update. He's tweaked a lot of the mechanics and the systems within the game, and it looks a whole lot more challenging, and you need a lot more thinking. So that's going to be something for me to think on, as it were, for a new series of Computer Tycoon. We're going to give it a bit of a rest for a little while, and again, this allows time for the new updates to bed in, and for any of the little issues, the little bugettes, to be ironed out before I get back into the game, and that will be at some point. I haven't decided quite when. There'll be some point in the new year, fairly early on, I imagine, sort of before spring. I'm not going to say any more than that, because you know me and plans. Yeah, we have a very on-off relationship. Transport Inc. One of the reasons I love this game is that being part of the Discord for Transport Inc. is watching the way the developers and the player community sort of work together to make the game as good as it can possibly be. And we've seen, since the initial release of the game, a number of key conceptual updates to it in terms of hubs, subsidiaries, and they're adding in a whole new buying mechanic. Shall I say that again in English? A whole new buying mechanic into the game, which we shall be seeing shortly. I am about to reach the rather arbitrarily set limit on the vehicles I can have in my fleet, which I think will probably limit the amount of progress I can make in it. So this series won't be going on for much longer, but we should be seeing a little bit more of the latest features of the game in the next couple of episodes. After that, we'll probably wrap it up fairly soon, but it's certainly a game I've enjoyed playing, and is likely, I'm not saying it will, it is likely to stay on the channel in some form or other over the coming year, which, sad to say, is not something I can say for Football Manager 2020. Now, as much as I love playing this game, it really doesn't quite fit with the rest of the channel in terms of the type of game it is and the type of videos I'm producing for it. To be honest, in straight marketing, results-driven analysis, it's not delivering the return on investment that I need. So I'd much rather devote the time to games and videos which you respond to, that you really enjoy watching and playing yourselves. So Football Manager 2020 will be going very soon. I may not show, I probably won't show the next match, I think was against Middlesbrough, but I just want to wrap it up properly by doing videos for the final match. Well, I haven't actually played it yet. Probably the final matches in the Carabao Cup. We're up against Manchester City. To be fair, to be entirely honest, I don't see us winning those matches. So this, I think it's a semi-final. I think it's a semi-final of the Carabao Cup. We're probably not going to go past that. So I'll put a video up or two for the Carabao Cup matches, and that will then be the end of that experiment on the channel. But again, it's a game I love playing. It's just a pity it doesn't quite fit in with what the rest of the stuff is I'm doing on the channel. And to be fair, Autonauts is also a little bit of an oddity on the channel. Quite unexpectedly, I've really fallen in love with this game. The only problem is it is so engrossing, and it's one of those sort of, oh, one more turn. Something happens, or something doesn't work quite right, and you just cannot rest until you've figured it out, worked it out, and got the thing working smoothly again. I mean, after the last episode I recorded and uploaded, I probably spent another 2 or 3 hours in the game, just moving it forward and playing with ideas and getting things working, getting things right. It's just so engrossing and just so lovely. And it does kind of fit in with a number of the games that you have suggested to me for the channel. Things like Factorio, Factory Town, and there was another one, I can't remember it's a slightly odd name. I think it was a slightly Dutch name, which I'm not going to attempt to pronounce because I can barely remember it. But I mean, you appear to be enjoying that, and I certainly enjoy playing the game. So there'll certainly be a few more episodes of Autonauts coming up through this next month or two. One new game which I was so excited to bring to the channel in November was Filmmaker Tycoon. Many of you will remember the game The Movies back in, whenever it was, a good few years ago, by Lionhead Studios, I think it was, taken over by Microsoft, whatever. It was just a wonderfully immersive movie studio tycoon kind of game. And we're waiting for something to recreate that sense of engagement within the film business. And Filmmaker Tycoon looks like it could be that. They've got the elements, they've got the building the lots, they've got the tycoonery of financing and publishing and distributing movies, they've got the creation of the movies themselves. But the game does appear to have been released very early in development. It is early access, which is fair enough. We expect things to be a bit rough on an early access game. But to be fair, I was kind of disappointed by the lack of content, the lack of systems within the game. Sort of the tycoon-y element of it, very much undernourished so far within Filmmaker Tycoon. So there may well be another video, just to sort of see how much further I can take what we have in the game at the moment. But I'm thinking that unless there's a big update coming in the next few weeks, that game, I'll put it aside and we'll come back to it when it's a bit more fleshed out and there's more to do and see, and the sort of the playing experience is that much more fun and engaging. Now at this point, I would normally go into what I'm thinking about bringing into the channel, new games and the like. And I am going to be doing that, but at this stage in December, it's more of a big question. I really should have a voice effect for that, shouldn't I? But I don't. I haven't. So you'll just have to live with me just saying, big question. Yeah, at the end of November, I put up a short series, 4 videos for 4 games I've recently got my hands on. Festival Tycoon, Rec Center Tycoon, Sim Casino, and an oldie but goldie, Capitalism Lab. I created 4 first look videos just to see if I sort of really enjoy playing them, if I could get to grips with how they worked, and perhaps more importantly, how you would react to them as a series on Ajaxpost Plays. And I must admit, I have been so happy with how well those videos were received, and I'm so grateful for all your comments and likes and feedback on those 4 first look videos. So as promised, what I've done is I've opened up a poll on the community tab of the YouTube channel where you've already started voting. Thank you so much to all of you who have done that already, but that poll is going to be staying there for a couple more weeks, where you can vote on which was your favourite, and or, because it might be different, and or which you would like to see me add as a new series to the channel coming up starting in January. So yeah, we've got that to look forward to. One of those games will definitely be coming back because you'll have voted for it, and possibly more, depending on how much fun I have with them. I may try and slot one or more into the schedule if I can sort of squeeze space in there. What I'll also be doing, and I think I actually mentioned this on the community post tab for the first look poll, is as part of this month's giveaway, yes, there will be a giveaway this month as usual, for positively reviewed games, out of which 2 entrants into the draw have an option of choosing which of those games they would like to receive as a reward for possibly looking at the channel, which is kind of the point I want to make here, is that this giveaway will include a survey to ask which of those 4 first look videos you would like to see continue as a series on the channel. But I'm also aware that quite a few people who enter the giveaway, which I also promote obviously on Twitter and Instagram as well as here through YouTube, aren't actually, shock horror, regular viewers or subscribers to the channel itself. So I love being able to offer these giveaways, and it gives me a chance of sort of promoting and marketing the channel and hopefully drawing in new viewers. But I'm aware that there are people on Twitter and Instagram who just love entering giveaways and whatever. So what I'm going to do is the survey on the community tab will be the most important. The survey in the giveaway will be weighted down, so it will only contribute a small percentage to the final result. So it's quite possible that if there's a huge vote on the survey within the giveaway for one particular game, that might be outweighed by a much bigger response on the YouTube channel. So if you're a member, if you're a regular viewer, a regular subscriber, then your view on the community channel, on the community tab that is much more important. So if you haven't voted there, please make sure you do, because your vote will count more in that space. I'll also be looking at the responses to those first look videos themselves and considering the amount of views and likes each of the videos received, and also adding that in as a small extra sort of weight to the vote in the community tab and also in the giveaway. So I'm taking as much feedback as I can to decide which of those 4 games, again, Festival Tycoon, Rec Center Tycoon, Sim Casino and Capitalism Lab, would be the most popular and the most watched and hopefully most enjoyed on the channel at the early part of next year. So the giveaway will open on Monday, 7th of December. So if I happen to publish this update before that date and you're watching it almost immediately, then you may have to wait a little bit before you can enter the draw. So look out for the announcements of that on Twitter and Instagram. And I may well add another community post to announce that the giveaway is open. Anyway, I think that's it for this month's update. It just remains for me to wish you and all your family, friends, and everyone in your circle, your bubbles, if I may use that term, peace and happiness throughout this holiday season in December, and hope that you can look forward to a much better, healthier, and dare I say it, more normal 2021. So from me, Ajaxpost, stay safe, look after each other, and until the next time, bye bye for now.